Pizza, it looks like you're the only one to come today. Well, I'll go ahead and start if that's okay. Let's sit in Sukhasana, easy seat, and close your eyes. Place one hand on your chest and let the other hand rest on your abdomen. And we'll begin our centering exercise. Feel your chest move and rise and fall with the breath. You don't have to change your breath. Just be aware of it. Simply noting how it feels as it flows through the body. And then you might notice the belly as it inflates and deflates beneath the hand along with the breath. And just continue for a moment in this silence to be aware of your breath. Release your hands onto the knees, palms turned down. Inhale, and as you exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Walk your hands out, let your head hang. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Walk the hands in, sitting tall. Raise the right arm overhead and look upward to your right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist from your waist. Pushing off the back hand, come to center. We're going to switch sides so the left arm extends overhead. Remember to continue to turn your chest upward. Inhale, center, and exhale. Let's twist to our left, right hand outside of the left knee. Continuing to move with the breath. Each inhalation, lengthen the spine. And with each exhalation, you're going to twist a little bit further. Push off the back hand. And let's return to our center as we bring our opposite leg in front. Close your eyes with me. Place the fingertips on the floor. The fingertips are turned away from your hips. Roll your shoulders back. If you wish, you can press your palms all the way into the ground. You want to go deeper than that? You can always walk the hands closer together so the sides of the pinky fingers touch. Any option is fine. Start to use the Ujjayi breath, your victorious breath. Take slow inhalations through your nose, even longer exhalations out through the nostrils. Finish your next exhalation, then gently reopen the eyes. We'll inhale as we raise our arms overhead and exhale, lowering the hands in front of heart center. You can close your eyes here if you'd like. Each inhalation, lift the arms. Each exhalation, hands back in front of heart center. Please continue this at your own pace. Remember, the breath controls the movement. So try and let the inhalation start the lift of the arms, and then the exhalation allow the hands to return back to heart center. Go ahead and complete your next rotation. Then when you're finished, I invite you to open your eyes and use your exhalation to hinge forward from the hips. Walk your hands out, head hanging. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, walk the hands in, and sitting tall, we'll come to all fours. With the knees hip width apart and the wrists under the shoulders, reach back through the right leg, push into the ball of the right foot. With the inhalation, your heel comes in line with the hip, and then the left arm, out in front. So your right leg reaches back, your left arm is forward. If you want, you can bend the right knee, holding onto the left ankle right ankle with the left hand. So hold your right ankle with the left hand, unless you prefer the limbs extended out. Opposite legs. Left hand holding onto the right is the option. Exhale, knee, hand to the floor. Reach back through the left leg, push into the ball of the foot. Inhale, left heel in line with the hip, right arm out in front. So this is spinal balance. It's always opposite arm and leg. To move further into the pose, you can bend your left knee, holding onto the left ankle with the right hand. Using your Ujjayi breath, we'll complete the exhalation and lower the hand and knee onto the ground. Drop the sit bones to the heels, going to child's pose or balasana. You can either rest the forehead on the mat with the arms extended out. For those of you who want to modify the posture, it's one fist on top of the other to rest the forehead on. Of course, you could always substitute a block too if you want to rest your forehead on a block. Inhale, lift the head and chest, come to all fours, separate your knees, hip width apart once more, and this time we're moving to our cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest, point the tailbone to the ceiling, press the belly button to the ground. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, navel comes to the spine, round down, chin to chest. Please continue at your own pace, letting the breath set the rhythm. Sipping the air down the windpipe, squeezing it down the windpipe to create the hissing or humming sound of the Ujjayi breath. One final cat-cow. Feel free to exaggerate the posture. When the exhalation is complete, your spine comes back to a neutral position and you can return to balasana, child's pose. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. As you come to all fours, separate your knees hip width apart. We'll move to downward facing dog, curl the toes under, lift the hips, bring your weight to the heels, press the chest to the knees. Continue to use your Ujjayi breath as we do our sun salutations or Surya Namaskar. Bend the knees, looking in between your thumbs, walk or step your feet to the short edge of the mat in between your hands. Bend both knees. Inhale, arms lift, palms come together, lift the chest. Exhale for Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinging into Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking out in front, Ardha Uttanasana. Next exhalation, fold in half. Bend the knees so the palms are on the ground. You can step into a plank, shoulders over wrists, option to modify with the knees on the ground. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale as you lift the chest, looking up or upward facing dog. Let's bend our elbows, lower the chest to the floor, press off the ground, curling the toes under, coming into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look in between the thumbs, walk or step your feet until they're back in between the hands. Bend both knees again. Inhale, arms up, lift the chest. Exhale as you go to Urdhva Hastasana. Chin lifted, your drishti is upward to the thumbs. Inhale, center. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking out in front. Exhale, fold in half. Knees are bent, palms on the mat. We'll return to a plank pose. Engage your abdominals, looking out in front. Point the elbows to the hips. Lower the chest. This is chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart and chest. Press into the tops of your feet. We'll bend our elbows as we push off the ground, curling the toes under. Downward facing dog. Come to all fours. Place the right foot in between the thumbs. So you're in a low lunge now on Anjaneyasana with the right knee over the right ankle. Inhale as you reach your arms overhead, chest lift. If this bothers anyone's left knee, you can always double fold your mat as a cushion or even put a towel or a pillow under it. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Release the hands to the floor, and you can go back to all fours. Just to show you what I mean for the low lunge, sometimes if you have a hardwood floor like I do and you're not used to it, just to give you a little more cushion, you can just do that with your mat. Okay, let's go to the opposite side. Left foot steps forward, left knee over the left ankle. Inhale, arms lift. Here you're stretching out your right hip flexor. So you can press the hips forward, but if you do that, make sure you can still see that left big toe. You don't want your left knee to go beyond the ankle. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward from the hips. We'll come to all fours, curl the toes under, lift the hips. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bending the knees, looking in between the thumbs, walk or step your feet forward. We'll bend our knees here as we inhale the arms up. Lift the chest. Exhale as you go to Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center, final sun salutation, exhaling to Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, looking forward. Exhale, fold in half. Bend the knees. With your palms on the ground, step to a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, look forward. Point the elbows to the hips. Inhale, lift the heart and chest, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Bend the elbows, push off the ground, curling the toes under. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look in between the thumbs. We're gonna walk or step our feet forward again. And with both knees bent, inhale to take your arms up. lifting the chest, palms pressed together. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Right now, I'm going to have you step your feet wide apart, about one leg's distance apart, with your hands on your hips, shoulders rolled back. Use the exhalation to hinge forward from the hips. Double check that your toes are facing the wide edge of the mat, sides of the feet pointed towards the shortest edge of the mat. Top of the head turned down to the ground. Look in between your legs. Remember the option of using a block if it's not comfortable to reach the ground. We're going to place our left palm in the center of the mat and extend the right arm straight up to the ceiling. Your gaze is up to the raised right thumb. You're continuing to turn everything above your navel line up to the ceiling. Release the raised arm. Right hand in the middle of the mat. Left arm reaches upward to the ceiling. So essentially, everything below the navel line is turned down to the ground. Everything above the navel line is opening upward to the ceiling. Release the left hand to the mat. Bend both knees. And we're going to roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, inhaling the arms overhead when you're vertical, bringing the palms together. Lift the chest. Exhale, reaching back. This is your counter pose. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. All right, so turning your feet to the short edge of the mat in front, place a bend in the front knee, and step the back foot forward, palms opened outwards. Inhale, arms up, lift the chest. Exhale for Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Look out in front. We're going to bend our knees. Keep the right foot in front. Step back onto the left. This posture is your intense side stretch, Parsvottanasana. Right hip pulling back, left hip turning towards the right knee. Of course, you're welcome to use your block here. Keep the hands on the front leg if you don't have a block, or fingertips, or even palms to the ground. For those of you who are easily palming the floor, challenge yourself by walking the hands out in front. Continue with your Ujjayi breath. Your front leg is straight. There's no bend in the right knee. Bend the right knee. Step the left foot forward. Bend both knees here as you inhale to take the arms up. Lift the chest. Exhale, reaching back for Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine as you go to your half standing forward bend. And exhale, fold in half. This time your left foot stays in front and you can step back onto your right foot. Keep your left leg straight. That means the left knee isn't bent. Feel free to use a prop here or have your hands on your left leg or ankle if it's not comfortable to rest the fingertips or palms on the floor. Remember, there is a turnout in the back right foot, just enough so that you can keep the hips parallel to the short edge of the mat. Bending the knee, we'll step our right foot forward to meet the left. Bend both knees. Inhale, take your arms up, lift the chest. Exhale, going to your upward salute. Inhale, center. Exhale to chair Utkatasana. Pulling the navel in and up, slight tuck to the tailbone. Exhale, we'll drop our seat. This time I invite you to pick up the heels and come onto the balls of the toes. This is your raised chair. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Release the heels and pull forward. Back to standing forward bend or Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking out in front. Our next posture is pyramid pose. It's similar to the last posture that we did, but it mimics your natural walking step. So you're gonna step back with your left foot, but you only want a separation about 3 to 6 inches in between the front right heel and the toe of the back left foot. Double check that the sides of the feet are parallel to the wide edges of the mat. And make sure there's a gap in between the feet. So the feet are parallel to each other. You don't want your left foot behind the right foot. Both legs are straight. If you'd like, you can lift your toes up and spread them wide into the mat. Next option is to extend the arms out, pressing the palms together. Keep your upper arms alongside the ears. Return your hands to the block or the ground. Bend the right knee, step the left foot forward. So you're in standing forward bend again. Bend both knees. Inhale, take the arms up, lift the chest. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, center. Exhale, chair. Okay, before we go to the opposite side in pyramid pose, I want you to drop your seat again. And option now to pick up the heels, come onto the balls of the feet. Release the heels, lift the hips, coming to Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking forward. Exhale, fold in half. Pyramid pose. Left foot's in front this time. Step back into your natural gait, your natural walking step. Pyramid pose. Double check that you have a relatively short gap in between the left heel and the back right big toe. Pull the hips back. If you want, you can pick up your toes again, spread them into the mat. If you feel steady, release the hands, upper arms alongside the ears, palms pressed together. And return the hands to the mat, bend the front knee, step your back foot forward. As you bend both knees here, inhale, arms up, palms come together, lift the chest. Exhale to Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. We're going to step towards the wide edge of the mat. And actually, you can hop the feet together here. And we'll go to tree pose. Your right foot can rest on the ankle, side of calf, or inner thigh. Bring the knee to the midline, return to mountain pose. We'll go to the opposite side on Jali Mudra, hands in front of heart center, foot resting or left foot resting on ankle, side of calf, or inner thigh as you return to a tree pose. Left knee to the midline, back to mountain, Shoulders relaxed. Stepping forward to the short edge of the mat with hands on the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale as you fold to Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening the spine for Ardha Uttanasana, looking outward. Exhale, fold in half. Bend the knees, palms on the floor as you step to plank. Modify the plank, knees, tops of the feet on the floor. And then drop one sit bone to the ground. Swing your feet around to the short edge of the mat. Coming to Dandasana, slide the fingertips to the knees. Look towards your belly button, coming to rest on the elbows, the shoulder blades, and then let the head relax onto the ground. We're moving on to Shavasana next, guided relaxation. Feel free to turn off your lights, close the eyes, add a blanket or pillow if you want for comfort. And I invite you to separate the legs if you haven't already. Let the ankles roll out to the sides for an opening through the hips, just allowing the hips to unwind. Take the arms away from the sides of the torso. Turn your palms upward to the ceiling. Take a slow inhalation through your nose with a longer exhalation out through the nostrils. Okay, wiggle your toes. Then let the feet rest. And you're going to point your right toe and then point your right foot rather, and then flex the right foot. So point the right foot, flex the right foot, and then let your right foot rest. Point the left foot, flex the left foot, point the left foot, flex the left foot, and then let your left foot rest. This time, as you point, you just your right foot. Lift your right leg a few inches off the floor, not that high, just maybe 3 inches. Holding it up off the ground for a little bit longer. Slowly exhale the right leg to the floor. Relax the right foot. We'll repeat on the left side. So point your left foot. Inhale, left leg up off the floor. Your left leg is just hovering a few inches above the ground. And slowly exhale the left leg to the mat again as you relax the left foot. Both legs relaxed and soft. We're going to move on to our right hand. Make a fist, squeeze it a few times, and let go. Move to the left hand, make a fist, pump it a few times, and let go. Now just squeezing your right fist. Inhale your right fist a few inches off the floor. Continue to squeeze your right fist a little tighter, a little tighter, a little stronger. Iron fist, and exhale, right arm to the floor, letting your right hand relax. Move to the left hand. Squeeze the left hand tight. And we'll lift it up. Squeeze the left hand even tighter, and slowly, make sure you've lifted that left arm up off the floor so you're really squeezing the left hand with the left arm covering. You want it strong, and then you want to relax the left arm and hand to the floor. Now both arms completely relaxed and so soft, just sinking to the ground. Allow your hips to unwind. Let your chest untighten. Relax your shoulders to the floor. And just for a moment, become aware of the complete relaxation of your entire body and how you've allowed your mind for a moment to just focus on the relaxation, feeling peace and comfort. Take an inhalation through the nose, long exhalation out through the nostrils. Gently open your eyes. Let's walk our heels to the sit bones. Pull the knees to the chest, hug the shins, roll forward and back, and then rock all the way up into Sukhasana, or seated position. Sorry, my cat chose to join us in the last moment. And we'll just seal in the benefits of today's Express Yoga class, palms in front of heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys for taking time to join me today, and I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. All the best. Bye.
Thank you, Dennis. Bye.
Really?
Gosh, Bamboo.